Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video, spaghetti. Welcome to the channel. If you're looking for some authentic Cajun and Creole recipes, good old down-home Southern comfort food, and just about anything for that matter, then you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to be doing spaghetti, and we're going to have a Cajun meat sauce to go over that. And the reason why I'm calling it Cajun is because we're going to be using that trinity of bell pepper, onion, celery. We're going to throw some garlic in there, some thyme, some oregano, all of those wonderful Cajun flavors. We're going to season it with a little Creole seasoning. And this is a very simple dish. This is one of those dishes you could do during the week. You get home late from work, you want something quick and easy. You can make this in 30 minutes or you can make this in 2 hours. And this is the wonderful thing about this, is that it is good and as a quick 30-minute meal, or you can let this sauce just sit there and cook for an hour or two. And as longer it cooks, the better it gets. Super delicious, super flavorful, and very easy. Without any further ado, let's get to the kitchen so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here are most of the ingredients. I will have the full recipe in the description box below. For this dish, we're just going to dice our vegetables. We're going to crush our garlic and peel it. So we're going to put that through a garlic press, and we're going to get everything ready before we start cooking. All right, we got our frying pan heated up to a medium heat, and we're going to add just a little bit of olive oil. When our oil comes at the temperature, we're going to add our ground beef. We're just going to go ahead and break it up and brown it for probably about 8 to 10 minutes. Now that our ground beef is broken up, we're going to add a pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper, give it a quick mix, saute it for about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. As you can see, our ground beef is browned up nicely. Now we're going to strain all the fat out of it and set it to the side until later. All right, we've strained our ground beef. It's sitting to the side. We'll get back to that in a little while. Right now, we're going to take the same frying pan, add a little bit of olive oil, bring that up to temperature on about a medium heat, add our vegetables, a pinch of salt, give it a quick mix, and saute this for about 10 minutes until the onions become translucent. All right, the vegetables are looking nice. Now we want to add our garlic. And once we get the garlic in there, we're going to give it a nice little stir. We're going to saute this for about 3 more minutes. Now it's time to add the tomatoes. Now I'm going to add a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. You can do the smaller can. It works just fine. And plus, if you're only going to cook this down in like 30 minutes, use the smaller can. But if you want to kick this up another notch or so, you can add a can of Rotel tomatoes. It adds a little spice, a little kick, super delicious. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and add these diced tomatoes. We're going to give it a quick stir. And we're going to let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. We want to soften up the tomato. All right, now while this is all simmering, we're going to go ahead and add our herbs, and we're going to season it. Now, this West Coast Cajun Cuisine's Creole seasoning does not have a lot of salt in it, so I could be a little more generous with the seasoning than you would with a normal, Cajun or Creole seasoning. So just be mindful of what you're using and follow the recipe below, because I'm going to put the amount in the recipe assuming that you're using a seasoning with the high salt content. All right, after a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add my water, and then I'm going to add some better than bouillon chicken stock. If you have beef stock, that would be great. If you buy the stuff out of the box, don't worry about it. That'll work just fine. If you have homemade stock, even better. Either way, this is going to turn out just fine. Now that we have our stock incorporated, we're going to go ahead and add the ground beef back to the mixture. Now once you get that in there, give it a quick mix. Then we're going to add our tomato paste. Now once the tomato paste is in there, make sure you mix it, get that tomato paste well incorporated into this sauce. And then once you do that, we're just going to let it simmer and reduce down to a spaghetti sauce consistency. Now while our sauce was reducing, I brought a pot of salted water up to a boil, and I'm just going to cook some spaghetti noodles according to the instructions on the package. Alright, our sauce is looking good, our noodles are done. The only thing left to do is plate up and enjoy. All right, we put some spaghetti noodles on this plate. We're going to add some of that wonderful Cajun spaghetti sauce. Then we're going to top it off with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, some freshly chopped parsley, and then it's just time to enjoy. Look, if you haven't already and you'd like to subscribe, click here. If you want to check out one of the other videos on this channel, check out this playlist, or maybe this video is more of what you're looking for. Either way, click one of those and I'll see you in the next one.